Good morning, everybody, if anybody's still here. Sorry, I was listening to some history, trying to put some things together. Anyways, I hope you're all having a wonderful hump day. We are gonna talk about some shit. Imagine that. Imagine us talking about some shit. All right, let's go.
You're beautiful but unsatisfied since day one. You were getting teased and it scarred you when you were young. Now you're getting older and you've been on the grind. Your paper off the scale so you feel like it's time. So you got a nose job, that's the primary thing. People tease you as a kid and for some reason you hit. Always into high fashion, girl, you heavy like lead. Liposuction out your shell like a chicken and egg. Feeling confident but now you're becoming obsessed. First your nose, then your weight, now your butt and your breast. It's a vanity fair, cosmetic overdose. Fiending for a next operation like it was dope. Now you feel the need to skin pill, your skin's no good. But if those around you were real, they'll tell you the truth. Just because you spending thousands, that don't make it alright. Had one problem, now it's many going under the knife. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on. Vanity Fair, yeah. Changing one or two things cool, girl, do you? Do you wanna be beautiful and look like you? Or do you wanna look like someone you saw in a magazine or video, but not in the raw? I like nice shaped bodies, bikinis Brazilian, but too much of anything just isn't appealing. Some people spend a lifetime, even a million. No grace like those unhappy when chilling. A girl with a big butt, big lips, small hips is what we all love to see, and men dream about this. There is nothing wrong with getting something broken fixed. Some women get a breast job cause cancer exists. Some women want to please their man and insist. And a woman really loves you if she wants to do this. But abuse ain't the same as intention with care. So be careful of the drug called the Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, faceline, look at your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on.
Hey, y'all. Okay, let me go back up here. Hold on, give me a second. I broke my nail today. Thankfully, I have a nail appointment in a couple hours. That's why I'm early. So let me go back up here. Hey, Kathy. Skip to my Lou. T. Bama. Calypso. Welcome. Was that Justice? Cash. You like narcissists. Brenda. I hate peas. Cash was having a conversation. Happy hippie. Cash. You're such an ass. Blue Chair Betty, Cool Gamer, Marcy, Angel, The Good Gumby, Zoya, Go Find Me, Saucy, Scottish Jean, and Zoya. OG AOL, CL, LK, Angie, Trauma Punks, D, Kim, Obsessed with True Crime, Carla, Becca, Grandma Sherry, Go Find Me Again, Heartland Honey, Val, Felony Melanie, Brittany, Starry Night, Cherie, Carly, Phoenix, Devious, Cheryl, Blank Screen, Wings of Faith, Maria, Jennifer, my eyes are going crossed, Shelby, Natalie, Always Happy Again, True Crime Dime, All right, dear Krabby, good morning. Hey, Paige. Okay, I'm earlier than I normally am. I have a nail appointment. I broke this freaking nail today. Talk about pain in the ass. But I want to talk about some things, and I really want to make a clear statement on things because people are really running around doing a bunch of shit. And I have been very upfront and honest about what I pay attention to and what I don't. If I have never talked about somebody on my channel or entertained a conversation or continued drama, I don't have nothing to do with it. So yesterday, for example, and Good Nunya, I'm sorry I'm putting you on the spot, but Good Nunya, I came live. I don't watch a lot of the other creators. It's chaos, and plus I've just chose to not associate in certain areas because of my own personal history with certain people that associate over there. Nothing against a lot of those people because I've never had a conversation. I've never spoke to these people a day in my life. Let's be clear. Nonsense, Becky, me has never had a conversation with 99% of the people that are running around out here claiming that they have all these issues with me. I've never had a conversation with them. I found out yesterday morning that I was mentioned in a bunch of shit over the weekend. Friday night, I was accused of some stuff. People were saying I was talking shit on Queen Bee. Actually, rewind. I specifically named Queen Bee and spoke openly about my thoughts and what I had to say there. But yesterday morning, I got clips of my name being mentioned in a bunch of shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Well, then I come live yesterday, have no idea what's going on, and I find out after the fact that there's another live that has happened that people are speaking for me on behalf of me is what other people are saying. And it was Nunya that was on panel. Nunya came to me and told me after the fact, hey, I went up and I talked. I don't even know what the conversation was. Don't care. Don't watch it. But please stop saying that I feel this way or I'm sending Nunya. I, in fact, specifically stated that I stay away from those spots because I don't want the drama. I'm trying to stay focused and I don't even understand the problems to begin with. I'm not putting energy into it because it's not where my energy needs to go. I'm not a Captain Save a Ho. People are entitled to not like me. I'm okay with that. But be very clear that when Nunya's speaking for her. She was not sent there by me. She was not sent on behalf of me in any of these chats. I don't control her. I don't run her. She tells me very limited of what I need to know. Nobody told me about this weekend. Nobody told me about yesterday and what went down. And I don't care because I speak for me. I don't want all this bullshit. It's so it's ridiculous. I specifically stay away from these places because I don't want the drama. I'm not entertaining it. It's too much. Anyways, so next time I get my inbox every fucking time too. Every time. Oh, so stupid. Yeah, well, Nunyan, most of them don't think that that's the case. They think that you're translating my opinion and doing it on my behalf, that you're in all these other chats, that you tell me everything. I don't fucking know who Nunya talks to, what Nunya does. Nunya's got her own page. If she wants to entertain that, she'll do it over there. I'm not doing it because I don't want nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with my mission. Thank you. All right, let's get to my mission. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of the drama. I'm sick of being pulled into spots and being expected to constantly smile and wave because it makes everybody else comfortable. I'm done with it. So let's go here. I'm going to pull up a clip because I've got questions. Hold on. Pause while I share this. All right. I'm going back. I'm pulling a video out. Good morning, Am. Hey, AJ, Running Bear. The Hood Panel Hopper. Yeah, I'm just done with it. I'm done with all of the bullshit and the fuckery and I'm so done. So done. I speak for me and me only. Like, I don't even fucking know what was said, why it was said. I don't know months of it because I don't watch those people. I choose not to. And a lot of it isn't even to do with the creators. But hey, let's continue to go. Anyways, today we're going to talk about LB because there's a lot going on out here, and Molly has drove the attention indirectly the fashion she wants. Molly did a test live, quote unquote, last night. If you missed it, I do have the full thing. I just haven't uploaded it yet because it's not important. Molly is directing traffic. So just so you guys know, I will not be sharing any more of her Patreon posts for a while because unless it's important information, I'm done passing Molly's messages off and letting Molly control the narrative out here. I don't tag Molly in my videos for a reason because I don't want her name in the algorithm. I don't do certain things like that unless it's specific videos that I really want her to see. I do not take her in it because I don't want her getting the attention. People that are going to find it are going to find it. Thank you, Wild Juniper Art. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. If it doesn't come from me, I didn't co-sign shit. I don't even 99% of it know what the fuck is going on or why. It happens nonstop. It's just, I was using that as an example, but that's not the only example. There's a million of them of people speaking for me or on behalf. And by the way, the fucking psycho bitch that doxed me, Penelope, yeah, I'm talking about you. If you'd missed one of the veiled threats from December that I've been dealing with the craziness from the back end, check Facebook. I reposted one so people can remember why I have an issue with the people I have issues with. You don't threaten me and me just, oh, yeah, today I'm going to move it along. No. This is part of my history of what has gone on to me. If you're uncomfortable with it, there's plenty of other channels. But as for me, I'm not rewriting history because some bitch decided that she's going to pretend she's not with Molly anymore and she's still doing every fuck shit possible to me. Still to this day, somebody sent me a screenshot of comments she's making currently about me, but I'm the stalker. Gotcha. Anyways, back to focus. I'm sick of making people comfortable in their feelings.
It's Contessa with your daily dose of nonsense on the web. And this, friends, is a lot of nonsense. And you might need bleach for your eyes after. And yes, that's a joke. Only a joke. Just a warning in advance. Probably have the bleach handy. It's probably necessary. But let's get into it. Of course, this falls under the fair use guidelines and is also based on my opinion, in my opinion only, off of content they have put out publicly. The full videos can be found on Molly Golightly's streams, and I think Elle deleted this stream that this was from, but that's a good thing, so we'll go with that.
That'd be like me, hey, can I have a GoFundMe to make my tits smaller?
Talk about again, sorry.
Trigger warning, I told y'all it's about to get real raunchy in here. And again, don't blame me for this content because I didn't put it out there. I'm just re-showing it. That's it. So at the end of the day, you cannot blame Contessa for your eyes being damaged after the next part.
Damn!
Right now. But no, last I expected.
She even gives us sound effects.
Hey, they've already seen the goodies. Hey, look at him. He's getting, oh, look at him looking all shy. Oh, stop it. You know how many times he looked at the video? Look at the... Foxy lead.
It looks like they're hidden. Is what it
look at him. Don't blush. Look at this. He loves it.
Blushing.
Yes, you are.
That's what I'm doing. You guys keep me on.
Look at Molly Golightly over there, rubbing her fucking tits all over. Wrong.
Remember, this is the lady who is so classy. She is classy. She should be teaching etiquette classes. She's a life coach. She's world famous. You can't tell her any different. Remember, that's who this is. But let's get into her critiquing other creators.
Don't send me anything. Do me a favor. I don't care what any person on YouTube has to say. I've never cared in the past. I don't care now.
Of course, she doesn't care what other people think because she herself is struggling hardcore. She has no self-worth, no self-esteem. So she does all this stuff for shock and awe. That's it.
I've never cared in the past. I don't care now. Don't.
Hey, Laura.
This is where it gets pretty funny to me. And again, these are streams from when she was in Savannah and saying all sorts of stuff.
I would never do something low class as to call a morgue.
Hold on. Wait a second. You're saying that calling a morgue would be low class? What about announcing the death of somebody based off fabricated information? That's not trashy?
Go lay down, buddy.
I would never do something low class as to call a morgue.
So again, remember, friends, it is low class to call a morgue, but it is not low class to announce it based off of fabricated information. Okay.
I would never do something like that, ever. I would never.
But would you have one of your cronies do it?
In my life.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
I would never. No. Daniel said, well, excuse me, McBitch. No. So it was a hoax. Who knows what to believe?
So again, according to Molly, who we know is Messy Molly, watch the front of this video, you'll see how classy she actually is. But in her opinion, it's low class to vet information. She just runs with it.
And I've been looking. So I've been hearing for the past few days. I've been hearing for maybe 3 or 4 days that he had passed. Actually,
so let's take a look at one of the other misinformation cronies and her statements about where she called to vet this information. Yes, this once again is LB.
no longer than that. Because the night that we were going, okay, I've been hearing this since Thursday. Because
She's anything.
I heard it Thursday.
Sorry, that was my audio.
I tried to get.
So this is an older video, just so you know. I did this video. This was, hold on, let me tell you, 4 months ago. I did this 4 months ago. And this little Tweedledee and Tweedledum is what we call them, has continued to pass off misinformation that she never was able to vet in the first place. But she has done just as many shady, I wouldn't say as many shady things as far as the fundraising and the attempts there, but the passive misinformation has been just as egregious. Yes, this is a video. This is my video and I'm talking right now to you. I'm talking in the video and I'm right here. But it is my video that I did months ago. Yeah. Whose birthday? Anita! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweet Anita. I'm not singing no more. But happy birthday.
Some sort of confirmation. I called funeral homes in the Yuma area.
Hold on. Again, I must be hearing things because I think Elle just said that she called funeral homes in the Yuma area. Molly, she's one of your misinformation cronies. What's she doing?
Some sort of confirmation. I called funeral homes in the Yuma area.
Yep, that's exactly what she said. Just making sure.
Asking, do y'all have a Marvin Jackson? Do y'all have a Marvin McCray? I couldn't get any confirmation. I also called the coroner's office.
Remember, this is the misinformation cronies that has worked together on passing off misinformation this entire time. But Elle gets the low class jobs, I guess.
Also called the coroner's office.
And yep, she does admit to calling the coroner's office.
I've been hearing that he passed since Thursday. So I did not want to cover this at all and say that he did until I got some sort of confirmation. A
Again, we've all seen their breakdown and their excuses with passing off misinformation from unvetted sources and unreliable sources, but here it goes.
Obituary or something, but SNBC 13, which looks like some sort of news channel, actually reported it.
So again, in Molly's opinion, it is low class to call the morgue, but it's not low class to take information from a non-reputable site, not reliable, not vetted site, and run with it. Okay.
So this is going based off, as you guys can see, hold on. This is
Cork. You asked me earlier today to point out some misinformation by others. Here you go. This right here. And again, I'm not picking on you. We just had this conversation a little while ago, me and you did. So I am, again, showing you how dangerous the passive misinformation has continued to be. People still, to this day, think Marvon has passed away because of the misinformation that the three of these, and I'm talking Elle, Molly, and Spanky, passed off. I understand that to you, this is the internet. It is what it is, but it's not. This is a man's life. This is important. Misinformation is extremely dangerous. But you're right. Molly wasn't the only one and isn't the only one.
Like I said, it's SNBC 13, and this was posted today. You guys can see the date by Morrison Liam. SNBC
continues to brag about misinformation and where she gets this misinformation, but she's not going to pause and try to vet the information. She's just going to continue to pass it off because that's what they do best. They don't give a shit.
13, November 3rd, 2022. So,
Cork, you can feel that way that Dre is the nightmare, but does she deserve what has been done to her and the egregious lies that have been told? You defend Molly and Molly's mom's situation. I agree with you that nobody should be talking about Molly's mom's health. That should be off limits. But do you understand that Molly didn't give that same grace to Dre? In fact, because they wouldn't get the answers that they were demanding, they completely ran with the false narrative against Dre because of that. Have you read the police report? Curious.
Don't worry. We all know that the article was full of bullshit.
I was not going to even say
Elizabeth
passed until and like I said, I've called funeral homes, I've called coroner's offices, I've looked for obituaries, and I'm not seeing anything.
So she says, I wasn't going to announce this information until I could verify it, but I can't verify it, so I'm just going to announce it anyways.
I expect the same back.
Yeah, that is low class. That's lower class to me than calling the morgue.
But today, one of my moderators was able to find this. And it was just posted today, so that may be why
But that moderator happened to be Sherry.
Weren't able to find anything before today. But we'll go over this really quick.
I want to hear what you all think. Is it lower class to do what Molly did at the beginning of this video, or is it lower class to vet information? Or is it lower class to continue to pass off misinformation, knowing that it's not vetted and it is potentially fabricated information? Is that lower class? Because to me, that takes the cake. But their behaviors are all pretty egregious, in my opinion. So here we have it. Let's let Molly take us out of here.
I would never do something low class as to call a morgue.
Hey. All right, y'all. Again, don't blame me for the damage to your eyeballs that potentially happened during this stream because it's not my fault. I didn't put this out into the universe. I'm just bringing it right back to you. I want to know what y'all think is lower class, though, because I'm over here trying to figure out which one's worse, when in reality, to me, they're all the same. Every single one of these creators, in my opinion, is the same. None of them are high class. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think. If you don't mind, please.
Okay, that's enough of that one. Hold on, let me switch around here. Let me go back here. Give me a second. Which one?
Pre-record right quick. Hey, y'all, we're back with just a quick pre-record right quick that I'm dropping, and then I will be seeing you guys live just shortly. And if this introduction to wild,
this is 2 months ago. This is 2 months ago. And then I'm going to back you all the way up to the front. I'm just going to lay a little bit of a foundation here because I want to get a point across. all of this has been harmful. This has all been misinformation constantly. Nothing has changed.
An emotional wreck. Grab the tissues. Now, again, this is a look back 2 months ago when we first started discussing the Marvon McRae story. This clip is from Molly Golightly and Justin of Justice for All. It was on Justin's panel. Again, this was months ago, but we're just taking a look back at how they started this story. And then we are going to look at where the story currently is. Buckle up.
I noted that the case was closed.
They have reopened, allegedly, since.
This is in the beginning, very beginning of this.
Do you honestly, you people, honestly, do you really think that with the public's response, and now they're all over TikTok, they're putting it on Instagram, it's big on Facebook,
Twitter?
Oh, see, I was hearing that the Twitter wasn't really, listen, the Twitter is going to be the most powerful. Twitter is more powerful than YouTube. So when I was having a problem with like a little bit of, like, I've had problems where I went to the cops with 2 separate people and I had to provide them with videos. And the last time was, oh my God, when was it with that crazy ass? January. They actually wanted me to go there. And she said, oh my God, oh, there's so many videos and all these memberships. And she was like, how about you just compile everything into a disc? Now, this is what happens. What I do, since I can't do that, is I say, hey, you want to make a quick $300? Compile everything that this person that is saying that is doing this to me and give it to me. And with the first one being that it's a woman in another state, they have specific laws on bullying and stalking and internet predatoring and stuff like that, harassment. It is considered a crime. It very much is. It's considered a crime to bully people. But the thing is you have to have evidence to show them. And right now, if what that police officer said yesterday, or was it the day before? Yeah, the day before, right? And Reddit, yeah, Reddit is, I believe Reddit's like, for like really smart guys, right?
Daniel Johnson said she knew he had a $400,000 life insurance policy, and if he does, she gets it as long as she is living. She is giving to her family. Plead insanity. Thank you.
Is it, by the way, I just want to know, is it going like that? I mean, like, is it trending on Twitter? You did post on Twitter. Can someone take that? Doesn't have a look. Can you guys see how much traction it's getting on? Because listen, if you're going to tell me and tell us that there have been 6,000.
That's a good point, Marissa, or that girl. A case is never closed. Why close it if he's alive? Did the doctor say his cause of him being in the hospital? Very good point. I mean, I don't know if you're going to close out a case if it's not finished.
I never believed that it was
It
closed.
was never a case.
There's no way.
To begin with. Never a true crime case to begin with.
A lot of people are saying she waited 2 weeks before she went live with Vaughn.
And what she was doing was she was lining up her old videos of, oh, we're so.
Oh, interesting. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christy. Happy birthday to you. Okay, can you guys make me no more birthdays? Okay, everybody's ears are going to go completely. Your eyes have already gone with the opening video. Now your ears, you're screwed. But happy birthday, ladies. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And hello, the rest of you that have popped in. Y'all, just so you know, what we're doing is I'm laying the groundwork of why this is important to me in the passive misinformation. So right then in the beginning, you saw that Daniel Johnson left a comment. They read it out as almost factual information, which again, it's a comment. But that also got picked up and ran with too. Granted, there was a lot of discussion about money and assets in the beginning of this. But if you remember, those came from a direction of a conversation that happened with Marvon Sr. on panel with Molly and Elle. Molly wasn't the only one that tried to paint false narratives in this. Hey, Elle, you remember the questions you asked about the baby seal and the code words that you guys tried to get a narrative going on that? I do.
Such a happy couple. Oh, blah, 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 blah. But this is all a calculated approach, in my opinion.
All calculated.
And I'm allowed to say that. And I'm sorry, Drea, that you think that I am your biggest nemesis or your biggest threat. Like I said, you met your match. You just never came across someone that was stronger than you, that was louder than you.
Bingo.
Huh.
That's really what it is. It's, you don't have a problem with Justin. You don't have a problem without a crystal ball. You don't have a problem with these girls with these videos. You have a problem with me. It's because I know your game. Just like someone in your family, she said, you got her 98% down. That's what she said.
Actually, she said 98.9%.
Dude, she knows that I am onto her game. But the thing is what's motivating me most is not really you. Because every time he clicks on a video that we have to watch, I get sick in my stomach. What's motivating us is what you have done to his family. That is what infuriates me most. Had you just respected his family.
Well, that's crazy that she says if you would have just respected his family. What about you, Molly? Have you respected his family? Ever? Just curious.
All of this would not be as much as an avalanche
if she would have,
as it already is. And I'm just telling you, I call it as I see it. Mm-hmm. I've been doing this for a while. Okay. I have not.
You've been manipulating your audience.
Met people like you, but you want to know something? I've seen people like you on the news.
In the mirror?
I've seen people like you.
Are you jealous that she got
Jodi Arias, Amber Heard? And you want to know something? You're not a victim.
She's not a victim. Remember that.
How dare you call the police?
How dare Dre call the police even though Molly had people outside her house?
How dare you call anybody thinking that they're going to have your back?
How dare Dre expect that somebody
when in the court of
stands up and says, what has been done here is absolutely disgusting. How crazy for us to think that somebody should have spoke up and said the right things. And who the hell, since when does Molly decide who's victims and not? That's interesting.
Public opinion. No one feels sorry for you. And I repeat, no one.
How did this age, Molly?
Even if someone's out there that hates my guts and has hated me since the day I was born, guess what? They're over there going, you know what? I hate the bitch, but
That's not true.
I'm glad she's going after that evil little demon. Because it needs to be done. But the thing is you're just used to people kissing your ass.
Notice how she called her an evil little demon and said she was going after an evil little demon? I thought this was about Marvon. I thought they were there to help Marvon. Oh, wait, Molly just told us. This was about going after an evil little demon that she calls Dre. Again, you all know my personal beliefs on Dre in itself. I don't watch her because it's triggering content for me. I can't do the faith stuff. I can't. Anyways, but you still, as a human being, can see what is right and what's wrong is wrong. This was never about what was best for Marvon. Marvon has been the very last thing on anybody's mind of concern. That's the fucking sad reality of this. This wasn't about Marvon, even though Molly has tried to say that she's helped Marvon. How? Exactly how? Wait, you hung a weird canvas of him in your closet?
That's it.
You want everyone to kiss your ass and bow down to you. Your ego is so huge. Well, guess what? And here you're bringing up, oh, look at her little nails. Who cares? Nobody cares. I need my roots done, right? I need a pedicure.
You need a
I already said it. I look like something out of Jurassic Park.
Well, you said it, not me.
Right? And my feet. Listen, these are sausages right now.
Same for me.
Right now, I look like I have a weird ombre. I don't. I'm overtired.
Paige, right? She's overtired.
I'm stress eating.
Oh, man.
I'm not getting any rest. And the thing is
holy shit.
My body is telling me, get up and keep moving. Get up.
Yeah.
And keep
walk
talking.
to the fridge. Walk to the.
Because I don't know where this.
You got it.
This energy is coming from.
Make that journey to the fridge.
Letitia.
Yes.
Spirit above.
Imagine that.
Letitia
texts in the middle of the rant. Oh, here we go.
No, she's saying she's sorry.
She texted, but she can't read a consistent text message. You know, she's got to chop it up. Just wait.
Oh, no, don't be sorry.
Don't be sorry. Why don't you let Letitia on your panel to apologize?
We are over on Justice for All right now talking about it. Don't feel sorry that you can't tell anybody.
Don't be sorry.
This is what we all wanted.
This is all we wanted was
for
you to be in the hands of someone that can take care of you and your family.
Uh-huh.
So you can get to your son. I want you to reach out to us if you need anything at all. That's it.
Quark. Dude, you got a problem with me posting her Patreon posts. The Patreons have an issue with it. What about Dre supporters and her private group that you Patreons take and run with complete fabricated narratives out of her private supporters group, all of her videos in her private supporters group? Come on now. When Molly wants to play fair, we can talk about it. Until that day, shut the fuck up about the Patreon post. Seriously. Wah. Molly shouldn't have put my information and viciously doxed me in 3 videos. Guess what, Quark? I didn't strike those videos because I didn't know what I was doing yet. Guess what, Quark? Molly still got a couple of those videos up. That's not my fault. That's Molly's. Molly does dangerous behavior, and people have a right to know what she's doing. When you continue to put people's private information and people in danger in your Patreon, fuck you. If you think that you are owed some sort of like security for being in Patreon, maybe you should join a Patreon that doesn't do fuck shit. Until then, keep your tears somewhere else. I don't have none for you. This was never about Marvon. Let's get on focus. If you can't focus, get the fuck out. Go back over there with Molly. Send her some DoorDash. I'm sure her jaw is stressing out. Anyways, let's focus here because these people have spread misinformation nonstop in this story. They made a story along with family members. Let's talk about how dangerous this actually is and how successful they were about it. Molly is controlling the narrative right now because everybody's skirting away because she's doing all this fuck shit, banning or strikes. No, Molly, let's talk about the court orders that you 100% lied to everybody about. And you told your followers who opened up their wallets and willingly gave to help Marvon that you fucking lied to every single person because it was never about Marvon. Let's start there. Let's get on focus. I don't have time for all these petty little fucking high school games. I want to talk about the fucking real shit that matters here. Because, over my dead body, will you ever do this to another victim or their family or create more victims in your path? That you can mark my words. But I'll keep it on YouTube and I will keep showing people your behavior time and time again because I have a different mission here. I don't care if you have a platform or not. People will see you for what you do on your platform. That's my mission. It's called awareness. There's many people like you out here, but you do a lot of damage with your misinformation and your need for attention. You're a narcissist, in my opinion. And you know what we do to narcissists to really upset them? We ice them out. We ignore them. We talk about their behavior instead of how they want to control the narrative. We talk about the things that matter, their behaviors that they cannot hold accountability for. She will never take accountability. She's a narcissist, again, in my opinion. But there is ways to get under their skin. And one of the biggest is to focus on the behaviors and stop the petty shit. Stop acting like she does. She gets everybody in her arena so she can point the fingers every other direction, and people take the focus off of all the harm that she does. That's what's happening right fucking now. We've been watching this for months. She intentionally creates distractions within the drama community between creators, whether she does it or her subs do it. They do it intentionally because it creates a distraction. That is what we are seeing currently happening. It's really sad that most of these people didn't feel necessary to talk about this at the time when Dre was being done so badly. But now, I mean, granted, thank God people are starting to wake up. But it's just really sad because there is real damage being done to real families going through real turmoil, present day. Still to this day, nothing has changed. She's still stalking Dre. She is still passing off misinformation. She has still done so many harmful acts to so many families. I'm not about cancel culture. I'm about change. And you can't force change, but you sure as hell can make everybody aware.
Okay. One down the hatch.
Saucy, it's
But
okay.
Marissa,
everybody else does.
Look at this police report.
Look at the police report. They were so interested in showing you the initial police reports, right? They were so excited to show you all the police calls and all of the calls that had been made to their house previously. But you know what they wouldn't show you? You know what Molly has never shown you? The final police report. Molly never came back and corrected that misinformation, ever. Not once did she give a fuck enough to say, oh, y'all, it's a closed case. It has been closed. Not fucking once. I don't have time to do a whole lot more. I got to go in a few. So I'm just going to talk to you guys for a few more minutes and then I'm going to end this. But I'm going to come back this afternoon and I'm going to pull LB. And I'm going to talk about what she knowingly has done and left up for content on her channel with misinformation, including other people's children's photos and videos. She has doubled down, tripled down with her misinformation while claiming that she advocates on behalf of vets and their families. Meanwhile, completely fabricating a narrative about a vet and an attempted suicide. Like, absolutely the most mind-blowing sick shit you'll see. Absolutely fucking gross. And I don't care what you think about her as a person. It's disgusting that you don't have any type of, there is no feeling inside these people to go back and correct the misinformation, to right the wrongs. Can you imagine if they were done this way? Can you imagine if this was Tweedledum's? Like if she was Tweedledee and Tweedledum were in Marvon and Dre's situation. Can you imagine? And this was being done to her? Because it could be anybody. We've watched them completely fabricate something off a tragedy here. A complete tragedy with, you know, the social media influencer. Again, you got to take accountability in every which way of this, because there also is people that have questions, you know, about Dre oversharing. All of it's rational, but you cannot twist the fact that these people created a complete false narrative based off of misinformation and a revenge. Absolutely, Paige. They have never had a strong foundation to the story. And I've said that all along. Like, this has never been solely about the money. What has been done to this family has caused financial harm, has caused damages to be done to this family. But there's real life victims here. Like, this is a problem. Yes, Ice Queen, 100%. Cork has been the longest supporter I've seen from MGL. I think that's who sends her bucket after. Yes. Cork is definitely the door dasher. Cork's always pretty respectful to me, so I don't mind Cork. Cork's just full of bullshit. That's the only thing. Hey, Sapphire Jewels. Oh, thank you, Carly. I genuinely feel that people, in my opinion, I feel that some people are willing to overlook anything Molly does because they try to compare it to other people. So they try to say like, oh, so-and-so is just as bad or worse. So that in their head, they justify what they're condoning with Molly, and they don't see it as actual harm. I really genuinely believe that some of these people don't see that there's any harm in this. They think it's just the internet. There's no real lives being affected, but that's far from the truth. They just live in a different reality than we do. They live in the enabler. They see a very sick person, in my opinion, too, and they feel that this is how they're helping her by enabling and co-signing the behavior. Again, that's not helping, but that's exactly what some of them do. It's sad. It's a fucking sad situation. You have a lot of really unstable people supporting really unstable behaviors by these misinformation cronies, for sure. And it's been happening for years, but it's really sad because there's such a double standard of like, what's acceptable from one person isn't acceptable from the other. Like, the double standards are really hard because then you don't have anything to like stick to, when it's really hard when people have been there. Yeah, Pugwashin, and it's hard because at the end of the day, I'm like, have a channel. That's totally fine. But until the behavior changes, which people don't think she's capable of doing, so therefore they look forward to that. I don't fault anybody for feeling that way either, because there has been so much harm done. There's been a lot of harm done to a lot of people. So I can't fault anybody for feeling that way, but at the same time, like, it's not going to stop her. I hate to say that. Like, her channel being gone is just going to give her stronger. The more Molly can cry the victim out of this situation, which is exactly what's happening, the more attention and money Molly gets. Do you guys see this? It is financially beneficial for Molly to be the victim. Can we agree there? And everybody understand what I'm saying? This is not something that Molly is like, she hates the attention being off her and like not being able to vocalize and be the center of attention. she's having to take a back seat to that, but she's still controlling the narrative. And her subs, the more that Molly cries victim and they think poor Molly, the more they open up the wallets. This is the wash, rinse, repeat. Yes, Ice Queen, 100%. Narc behavior doesn't change. Yes, she does, Destiny. Yes, she does. 100%. Sapphire, I was watching your video this morning on Perplex. I had no idea. I can't believe she got away. Like, people say the most outlandish things out here, and I'm like, how is there? Like, that should have been fucking reported, and she should have lost a channel for that shit. Threatening to have somebody AR'd, like, that to me is egregious. And how people are willing to overlook it when they're upset or when they're hanging, I just can't. I can't with that shit. I look at the history out here and I'm like, what the fuck? Craziness. Carly, whoever sent that message to her sister actually was not telling the truth. There has been no proof of an $800 transaction or any proof that of a refund. In fact, whoever that was used a picture of a missing person and her child as the photo. I'm not like the others. I won't give a pass for that. I think that was intent. I don't think it's some like awareness page that they were trying to get, you know, the picture out there of a missing person, because there wasn't a single post on that page of the missing person. They just used that profile and a fake name. I have different feelings on that. I think it was fucked up. I think her sister absolutely knows what she's doing, and therefore messaging her and lying to her about things you cannot prove, therefore just fall into Molly's line of we're no different than them. It's when you want to stick to the facts. Again, she knows what's going on. She's been sitting beside Molly on panel for the last 9 months. We've heard her time and time again co-signing the behaviors from Georgia, all of the shit. It's one of those push-pull relationships that's very toxic, but it's convenient for both of them when it's necessary. I think it was her brother that called her an opportunist the other day. If your own brother is calling you an opportunist, well, I guess not all of us really would consider our family members, you know, whatever. But I mean, you can take it what it is. She said that her and her brother have kind of a different relationship, but I'm pretty sure that was him that called her that. Yes, Paige, 100%. We can all be wrong, but being honest and truthful is one thing for sure. Yeah, Ice Queen. I've heard that. So I think, you know, and unfortunately, I think that we have a whole lot of people that don't have a lot of patience. Some of this stuff takes a lot of time. I know it feels like we've been doing this for a long time, which we have. We've been hitting the same nail on the head, or we've been using the same hammer to hit the same nail. But you start hitting it a little differently, and maybe just a tap, tap, tap-a-roo. That's the change that's needed. You got to go at it a different way. Change isn't going to come from canceling somebody. We have to figure out other ways. And again, I don't know how to pull somebody out of the algorithm, but that's something that I wish more people would attempt to do. Can we go without tagging her in videos? I don't know. How do we help that situation so she's not driving? Like, if you search anything, boom, there she is. Which again, I get it. It's awareness, but it's also feeding that narcissist ego. In my opinion, she has. Hey, KB. She'll just find a new platform. I don't know if there's many platforms that are going to let her get away with what she has. I don't know. Facebook, that wouldn't be a smart move. One of us needs to get employed by YouTube. Slim, we actually have some people that work for YouTube, but not in the capacity that they have any control over anything like that. Or they say they claim to, but they don't. They specifically will say, like, I have nothing to do with any of that. Yeah, I checked and it looks like it's still there, but I I don't know if it's because I have it pulled up. True Crime, are you still here? She probably went incognito to not ban evade, maybe. But she's right here. Here she is. Her channel's still there. Hold on. Yeah, her channel's still there. I think she's just shadow banned for some. I think that's what I think. Her channel's still there. It's just funny because even her own videos don't come up the first ones. Hey, Boston. Going to Twitch? Oh, God. Oh, Anita, sending you hugs. Take care. Okay, y'all, I'm out too. I got to go to the nail salon. I got to go get this nail fixed. I will probably be back this afternoon and we'll do the other LB videos because I want to pull it back and remind people of how we got here to begin with. Like, we didn't randomly just go pull names out of a hat. They put themselves in this specifically for a reason, and that's why they're here. We didn't just go randomly say, oh, you're going to be in charge of passing misinformation. Nobody asked these people to do this. They signed up. They jumped at the chance and have continued to do it. And instead of being ethical or any type of moral, or I don't even know what the fuck you would say, they have no concept of going back and correcting misinformation. They just double and triple down because they feel like that's going to be a better way out. Like, there's no chance of movement there. You're never going to spin out of this. This is going to be the history of who you are. It is what it is. All right, y'all. Have a great day. I will see you guys around, I'm sure. And I will probably be back this afternoon as long as my girls are doing great. She privated or hid all of her videos. T. Kelly, her Dre ones. Elle did. Well, that's great for her. I don't need her to have them up. I have them. And you can't just private the videos and leave it there. People still remember what you said. You can't just put out misinformation and then, oh, today I'm going to put it on private because I don't want to called out for this anymore. That doesn't work like that. Like, that's, yeah, bullshit. Or Molly. Are you talking about Molly? You could be talking about Molly, I guess. I don't know. Either one of them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Have a good day.
How do I say goodbye? Glad you came. Closing time. Hit the road, Jack. You don't have to go home, but make the best of this test and don't ask why. But you can't stay here. Hit the road, Jack.
Bye, y'all. I'll see you guys after my nail fill. Oh, who was it? Scorpio, were you in here? Probably not. I haven't seen you in a couple days. I'm going to try a color for you today, just for you. Bye, y'all.